It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wildcard Weekend continues here on EA Sports. Now, this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Check 59, check 59, cover, cover. Check 58.
Gino now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This is fielded inside the 5. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. Fighting through. And right away he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now we get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And now off to the races, down the right side. Off to the races, DK Metcalf moving inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 89 yards. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on second down. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
That's good for the Seattle Seahawks.
To the right side, this is Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
And that's good for the Seahawks.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
49, flip around, 49.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and
he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
No ball. Hey, three on left. Hey, go flip her up. Indy.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert!
Throwing now is Geno. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this will be off the right upright, but he makes it in. High degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And I think the ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Tuesday.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. And that's caught. And now look at this. Big game, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 24-0 lead already in hand, really no reason to try to do anything too crazy here. He hits his target, Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw, Smith. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Prescott. He'll find the Longu underneath.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A gain of 14.
Up the middle, Longu. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
1st and goal, Dallas.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kene Nwangu from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 27, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Loose inside the 30. DK Metcalf.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being
touchdown Cowboys! Kene Nwangu with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead now down to 20.
Cowboys 14.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going deep for Walker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Geno. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
1st down, Dallas.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Prescott yet again.
27-yard line.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Smith here, an audible at the line. On third down, here's Walker.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll get this to Nwangu. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Dallas.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Touchdown! Kene Nwangu saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
13 it.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10.
Here's our 47.
Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
Now he'll escape to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Prescott.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 92% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.